Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to show you how I started with digital communications, or to be precise with packet radio back in the 90s, when I started with the hobby. As I've showed you in another video, I've used this tiny little Baycom mini modem and together with a cable which has to be hooked up to this WINLINK DJ 580. That's the radio I've used back then. It's a 2 meter 70 centimeter handheld transceiver from the 90s. And I used, of course, a computer. Let me open this up. I have a very old laptop here. This is a compact Contura 400, also from the 90s, with a huge screen, as you can see. This is running Windows 95. I don't know the exact specs of this computer, but it's running. The battery is dead, so I have to hook it up to a power supply. And then let's put everything together here. Of course, I connect the radio to my external antenna. The DIGI is in Vienna. That's too far away for the original rubber duck antenna, let's say. Let's try to have some fun with Baycom, with the Baycom modem and the Baycom software. And yeah, let's figure it out if this is still working. Okay, let's hook everything up. Let's connect the power supply first, and then I use the DB9 serial connector for the modem itself. And yeah, by the way, there is only one problem. I tried to grab the video from the screen, from the onboard graphics card, with my video grabber, but the VGA output is not working because the proper drivers are not installed, and it was nearly impossible to find the Windows 95 drivers for this laptop. So I have to film the screen with my camera. I try to do my best that it looks okay, let's say. Let's turn this around. And then let's hook up the radio like so. Okay, battery is okay, and there is no backlit. I'm not sure if maybe no, there's a tiny little bit of green backlight, but it's very dim. But anyway, then we need an external antenna like so. And if we go to 144 800, let's say, and unplug the cable, we should hear packet radio signals. This is the APRS frequency in Europe. So let's start the computer and let's find out if we can see some signals on screen. This is all in German, of course. Let me fire up the Baycom software here. And let me turn the light off. No, I cannot see anything without this light. Okay, the call sign we have here is OE4MXB, so that's my neighbor's call sign. But we receiving already some packages. If you look down here, these are APRS messages. And sorry, I need some more light here. To change the call sign, the command is, I guess, it's my and before JHW. Okay, this is working. And then let's try to connect a DigiPeter. I had to stop the software again. I did a test connect to the DigiPeter and I was connected as OE4MXB. Sorry, Mike, for using your call sign, but I can change the call sign in the config file. It's the SCC ini, as far as I remember. Let's make a copy of this file. And we should now have a copy of SCC ini and then double click it. Should bring up Notepad or editor as it is called in German. And down here, sorry for touching the camera. Down here somewhere there should be the call sign. Yeah, setting the call signs, my call. And let's change this to OE4JHW and also the D chord, which is for a DigiPeter, if you set the software to be a DigiPeter. And JHW. File and save, and then let's try this again. Let's fire Baycom up again. And I'm going to use OE1 XLR, I guess it is, yeah, on 70 centimeters. It's the same DigiPeter I used in the other video. Okay, let's try it. XRR, Oscar Echo 1 X-Ray Alpha Radio. That's in Vienna. Connect. Oscar Echo 1 X-Ray Alpha Radio. And we are connected. And let's check all the destinations we can find. And by the way, here's the radio. It's not the fastest. Only 1200 baud. But back in the old days, we had all the time we needed or wanted. Okay. Yeah, there is a problem with the battery pack, and it was my fault. I have to be really careful handling this this old radio. Now it's on again. Yeah, here we go. That was my fault. And let's try Victor Echo 3, Mike Charlie Hotel. C for connect, Victor Echo 3, Mike Charlie Hotel. It says link setup, so this is going over the internet, of course. I'm not sure. I guess I have tried this the last time in my video about the TNC2, and I guess it failed also. That's a while ago. I have to watch my own video again. Hi. No, that's not working. Maybe we can force to disconnect. Yeah, and we are disconnected. And let's try this again. By the way, you have 4 channels down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, or slots, or however we called them. And I can do different things down here. So, for example, connecting another digipeater on another slot. Let's connect to OE1X XAR again. So connect OE1XAR, and we are connected again. And there's also CONVERS. Let's use the DX cluster. The command for the cluster is simply DX. Link is set up. Okay, there are some packages rejected. There is one rejected package. Link set up again. And we are connected to the cluster. Cluster node is Delta Bravo 0 Lima Juliet -6. And now we're receiving some DX spots here. That's great. This is also how we connected to DX clusters in the old days, not via telnet over the internet. We used packet radio. When I started with the hobby, this was the only way to connect the DX cluster and get the info. Back then, modern logging programs like Swisslog had the ability to connect to the cluster and filter the spots. It was a great advantage. And let's try to quit. Not sure if it's quit or C. Let's try come on, quit. I have to reach around the tripod here, I'm sorry. Yeah, and we are reconnected. to the DIGI beater, sorry. Let's try the help command here. So user, or just you should show us all connected users, and there, surprise, surprise, there are not that much. There is one user in CONVERS, and XZR-5, this is maybe also another DigiPeter in Salzburg. And of course I am connected. What a surprise. Let's check the software version. That's V for version. XNet for Linux. Okay. I think it was D for destinations. Or for disconnect. Yeah, D for destinations. So every command I want to send to the Baycom software starts with a colon or Doppelpunkt in German. And if I say colon D, then I send the disconnect command to the Baycom software. And there's also OE3XBR. Let's try this on another slot. Let's try it on slot number 2. Colon connect OE3XBR. Interesting stuff. OE3XBR is transmitting there. I'm not sure if this is working. This must be some kind of link or whatever. I'm not sure if you or I as a user can connect to this one. Let's try to disconnect. Yeah, it's okay. Let's go back to slot number 1 and oops, and try connect OE1XAR again, and we are connected. And of course I connect to the DIGI a second time here if I like to do so. Connect OE1XIR. And I'm connected a second time, and I can do different things on each slot. Let's say I go to the DX cluster on this slot. Let's try this again. And on the second slot I go to the mailbox, M for mailbox. So now I'm connected to the DX cluster again, and on the second slot I can do something else. Yeah, and it's working. The mailbox is still online, and there is a message from Walt Oscar Echo 3 Romeo Alpha Sierra, who died last year. Rest in peace, Walt. He was a very good friend and a great ham I was so sad because of his death. Let's go back to slot number 1, and here we can see all the call signs using this DX cluster at the moment. But they are not necessarily connected via packet radio. I guess most of them are connected via telnet over the internet. And I'm not sure. It's a long time ago working with the mailbox. Let's try help. Okay, getting some spots here. I also can send the show DX. Let's say show DX 50. Show me the last 50 DX spots. And here we go. There's also a POTA spot. Kilo Oscar 4 Golf Alpha Radio. POTA. Back to slot number 2. Yeah, and now this takes a while because there is heavy traffic on this channel now. And I'm connected 2 times, so this will take a while. No, it's done. Hey, that's great. And somehow we should be able to scroll up again. Of course, this is unfiltered, so there is everything. There is CW, there is FT8, there is SSB, there is everything listed here. There are all the bands. There is absolutely no filtering. This is raw data coming through here. And let's see if we can send a message. Send a message to let's try OE4MXB. Maybe this is connected to the web. I'm not sure. At WINLINK. Oops, sorry for touching the tripod. WINLINK.org. Oh, I sent it to myself and then I can see it. OE4GHW at WINLINK.org. I'm not sure if this mailbox is connected to the web. No, invalid address. Okay, send OE4MXB. As far as I remember, Mike used the same home mailbox, so this should be also his mailbox. Title, test. And then we write, oops, send with your compact laptop and Baycom modem. And to finish the message, we can write NNNN or /x, and then the message is stored. Let's type NNNN and send this. This is the command for the mailbox to end this message. Let's switch over to the packet cluster. What do we have here? Okay, now he has finished listing the last 50 DX contacts, DX spots, sorry. And we have to wait till the mailbox is done with my message. Okay. And message is stored, and as I mentioned before, OE1XAB is the mailbox of Mike OE4MXB. Back then you had to set a home node or home mailbox, so to say. Okay, what else can we do here? Let's type exit. Yeah, this brings us back to Oscar Echo 1 X-Ray Alpha Radio. Let's disconnect the packet cluster again. Quit. Yeah. There's a command to turn this annoying sound on or off. Let's try converse. Oops, not exit, no. I want converse. Converse is yeah, like a chat room. Okay, this took a while because the channel was busy and my quit command was not gone through, so it took a while to disconnect from the cluster, and I'm back to the digipeater or digipeater. How do you pronounce it correct? I'm not sure. In or in German we say digipeater, but I think it's digipeater. So the converse mode. There are also different channels, and this is more or less yeah, it's a chat room with these different channels. You can switch back, forward, and chatting with other people. And you have to always remember that was back then when we had no access to the internet, or most of us had no access to the internet. Okay, there's not much going on, of course. Let's try to exit here from the converse. Maybe I have to type /exit to exit the converse. I'm not sure. It's a very long time I've used all this stuff, and I do not remember all the commands, and I haven't looked up all the commands, so this is so try and error. Okay, with /exit the session is terminated and we are back. At the login, not at the login, but at the start page, or let's call it root of the digipeater. Let's try help once more. Echo test, what do we have here? BBS is also the mailbox. Statistics, show users, converse. Yeah, that's really, really fast. It's not like taking your smartphone and sending a message over Signal or WhatsApp or whatever. It took some time. Let's try SY. It shows the sysop maybe. No. Not sure. Okay, that's not a lot. It's some numbers here. I don't know. Okay, let's disconnect this colon and D for disconnect, and we are done. Let me try to reach another DigiPeter. D for destination, and there I think there was a Portuguese DigiPeter. There's also an iGate. There are a number of German DigiPeters, number of Austrian DigiPeters. Let's try, I don't know, DB0 UHF is a nice one. Connect DB0 UHF. Oh. Okay. And we are connected. I'm not sure if this is now via UHF link or VHF link, or let's say via radio, or if this is connected via the internet. Okay, that's great. There's a software collection on this packet radio software collection behind this URL. That's interesting. I have to check it later. Bitte deine Eingabe. Please make your choice. Okay. Converse, cluster, IH, whatever. Let's quit. Or let's exit out of here. Let's say exit. Should brings us back to the repeater in Austria. This is all real time. So you can see how slow this was back then. You already have seen it maybe if you have seen my TNC2 modem video. Okay, and we are back, and let's disconnect. And to get out of here, I have to type colon SY for system, and then it restarts Windows. So this is the latest version of the Baycom software, version 1.6. It's running on COM1. it's using an AX25 driver for USCC, whatever this means. I'm not sure. First of all, I was a user back then. I was using the mailbox, I was using the DX cluster. That was the main reason we had Packet Radio. Okay, there's some other stuff on this computer. You may have seen my video about Swisslog, the famous logging software. This is all DOS programs. And maybe I will make a video about the CT contest, the contest software we have used in the 90s and early 2000s. Okay, that's it for the moment. Thank you for watching. Hope it was interesting for you, and wish you 73. Have a great day. Bye-bye.